What's good? And welcome to another episode of King Talk. We're gonna have a serious discussion today and shits like that. And I'm gonna be covering the topic today that I like to call the mirror effect. I like to call it the mirror effect because it has a lot to do with seeing yourself and other people, but more importantly, seeing a reflection of yourself. This is what I want y'all to do. I want y'all to stop expecting yourself from other people. A lot of y'all are hurting right now simply because y'all are walking up into a mirror and y'all are looking inside of that mirror and y'all don't see y'all own reflection. And the reason why y'all don't see y'all own reflection is because y'all not looking within to yourself and everything in order to see the type of love and everything that you really need. You're too busy trying to find it through other people, and you're not going to find it like that. And the only way that you're ever going to really be able to find it is if you go ahead and you look within your own self and you look within your own heart and you look within your own reflection in order to see what happens. Stop expecting yourself from other people. That's what you should stop doing. You should stop expecting yourself from other people. Understand that motherfuckers don't care the same way that you care. People aren't going to do the same thing for you that you're going to do for everybody else. A lot of times you are going to be stuck looking stupid and everything, breaking your heart and breaking your back to do things for other people that they wouldn't do for you. Why? Because you're a unique individual and you're a type of angel that has a unique heart. Everybody does not love the same way. The world is full of different people and it's full of different personalities. And you have to understand that you're different. You're unique amongst kind. And when you look for other people to be able to try to give you the same type of love that you give off, you're going to always end up in disappointment because you're different than everybody else. You're unique as your own individual. And nobody can love the way you love. And I'm spitting facts, nigga. We're having King Talk in here. I want y'all to pay attention to something. I want y'all to pay attention to the way that you love and care about other people. The way that you love and you care about other people is a symbolic reflection of the type of love that you need yourself. 9 times out of 10. Most of the time, the type of love that we give off is the type of love that we really need deep down within. And that's what makes it so hurt. That's what makes it so vulnerable whenever you feel that type of thing. Because what's the first thing somebody always says whenever they already experience something from somebody that's some fuck shit? Well, I would never do that to you. Of course you would never do that to you because you're not that type of person. But guess what? He would. She would. They would. Why? Because they're not like you. They're not built like you. You're your own unique individual. You're a beautiful person. You don't never let nobody sit down and degrade you and stuff like that and make you feel like you're less than simply because they don't love the same way that you do. Love don't work like that. Mirror effect. A lot of y'all are looking in the mirrors and you don't see your own reflection. And the reason why you don't see your own reflection is because you're trying to find your own reflection through other people. How in the world are you going to find your own reflection through other people? They're their own unique individual. They're their own unique person. They got their own specific way that they carry about their love and stuff like that. You're not going to find your type of love through them. The only place that you're going to find your type of love is through you. And it's up to you to regulate how you utilize that love in order to be a blessing to other people. Be a blessing to other people and give your love, but at the same time, don't be foolish about yourself. If you're giving yourself out in the world and doing things for other people that they're not going to do to you, and you continuously try to keep doing stuff after people show you time and time again, I don't have the same heart that you do. And at the end of the day, you have to stop being mad at the world and stop being everybody else. And you have to start looking within your own reflection, and you need to start being mad with yourself. And that's the problem with a lot of y'all. Y'all are mad at your own reflection. And that's the reason why y'all got cracks in your mirror. Mirror reflection. I have a King Talk. People are not going to love the same way that you do. They're not going to do the same shit that you would do for other people. You're breaking your back and you're doing the same thing over and over and over again and stuff like that. And your heart keeps telling you that you're supposed to be able to put yourself in a position. Let me tell you something. Don't you ever, and I mean don't you ever in your life, be upset with yourself for the way that you give love and the fact that you don't get the same type of love in return. You're a blessing. You're a blessing to other people. You're a blessing to somebody that needed that type of love. And that type of love was meant to be distributed so that people could be able to get somewhere. And at the end of the day, you're going to reap your own harvest from the blessings and stuff that you gave off. You're going to have your time to be blessed. You're going to have your time to be able to reap the rewards and stuff like that you made off of being there for people in the same way they wouldn't be there for you. But at the same time, you need to take your mind and utilize your mind and put it over your heart sometimes. Never put one above the other, but at the same time, you need to be using both. And that's the problem. You're only utilizing your heart. You're not utilizing your mind. You need to think sometimes. Love, but don't love without being a fool. Love will make you do foolish shit. What's up, bro? Y'all got cracks in y'all mirror. Y'all got cracks in y'all mirror because y'all hate looking at y'allselves. Y'all don't want to see yourselves. Y'all want to see other people. Y'all want to see other people love you in the way that you need. You don't need that love. You're complete by your damn self. You should have enough love for yourself. I love me enough. You should love you enough. The type of love and the type of loyalty and the type of shit that I give off, trust and believe that motherfuckers do not do the same shit for me. They damn sure don't. I break up my back and I make sacrifices for motherfuckers that won't lift a finger to do the same shit for me. But I don't keep myself in constant repetition of doing the same stupid shit over and over again. Once you show me the first motherfucking time that you ain't about that shit, that you ain't about giving the same type of love as me, I move the fuck on. And I don't beat myself up for motherfuckers not loving the same way that I do. It's okay for you not to love the same way that I do. As long as you're not taking advantage of me. I'm going to continue giving my type of love. I'm going to continue being my type of person to be able to get out there and, you know what I'm saying, push my love and push my effect out there. Why? Because somebody out there in the universe needs it. Somebody out there in that universe needs that type of love and needs that type of connection and needs that type of emotional, or maybe not even emotional, but just simply that connection that they can't get from anywhere else. And the only place they can get that place is from you. And if you deprive people of that, because you want to consume yourself on the inside and hold yourself from the world because you don't want to love, simply because motherfuckers won't love you the same way that you love everybody else, then you won't be able to bless the other people with the type of love that they need to be able to get them to be able to love the same way you do. And trust and believe, there's some people out there where your love and everything will be fucking taken advantage of. People will take advantage of your kindness. People will take advantage of wherever they see you weak and see you vulnerable. Sometimes your biggest weakness is that you care too much. Sometimes your biggest weakness is the fact that you'll be there for whatever. You don't know how to say no. And motherfuckers know that. And they'll take advantage of that. Motherfuckers fuck with you simply because of what you can do for them. And the moment you can't do for them no more, they don't fuck with you. And that's the reason why I make videos about fuck niggas. That's the reason why I get up here and I talk my shit. Y'all understand that shit is really out there, man. That shit really affects people. That shit really hurts people. That shit really breaks people's hearts, yo. Motherfuckers can look in the mirror and they can't even see their own goddamn reflection. Why are they too busy trying to find that love through you? They don't know how to find it in themselves. You have to learn to start seeing your own reflection and being content with that. Learn to love yourself. And when you have enough love for yourself, you don't have to worry about the same type of love from anybody else. Your self-love is all you need. Motherfuckers is not going to love the same way that you do. Motherfuckers is not going to make the sacrifices that you make. Motherfuckers is not going to be there the same way you be there for motherfuckers. Expect motherfuckers to take advantage of that. Why? Because they don't know how to love. Nobody taught them how to do that. And you have to forgive them for that. And continue to love on your own terms. Don't stop being a good person. Don't stop being a loving person. Don't stop being a unique person simply because somebody else won't do what same shit that you would do. You continue being there for motherfuckers. You continue being the king that you said you're gonna be. You continue being the queen that you said you're gonna be. You don't ever let nobody bite you down or degrade you simply because they won't do what you do. You see people take advantage of you, you deprive them of that love then. And you simply stay away. And guess what? That's gonna be their loss. Because your type of love is valuable. And you don't see your love as valuable. You need the same type of love that you're giving off. The same way that you're there for motherfuckers and the same way that you're there for you, guess what? Deep down in your heart, you need somebody to be there for you in the same exact way. And if you pray for it, guess what? God gonna send people in your life that's gonna be able to love you in the same way that you need to sometimes. But guess what? You also need to be able to love yourself enough to be able to not need it. It should be a want. It shouldn't be a need. You don't need nobody to complete you. You complete by your damn self. The fuck you need somebody else for? I got enough love for myself. Regardless of whether everybody fuck with me or whether nobody fucks with me at all, I'm gonna fuck with King Louis because I'm that nigga. And I got enough love for myself to continue to love myself. And I'm going to continue spreading my love the same way that I do. Regardless of who appreciated or who the fuck don't. It's okay if you feel unappreciated. You're going to feel unappreciated when you give off love and stuff like that. And it's in your human nature to be able to receive that same type of love. It's in your human nature to be able to feel that type of depressing feeling when you're not getting what you're giving. You're not receiving what you're giving. But at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. You're going to receive. Don't never in your life think that you're not going to receive. You're going to always be blessed for having a good heart and being a good person. God going to always reward you. You think he's not watching you? You think he don't see you breaking your back for other motherfuckers? You think he don't see you and the pain that you're going through? You be content with that. Be content with the fact that you got the type of love and stuff like that. Be happy that you're a unique person. Nobody can love the same way that you do. Okay, there might be other people out there in the world and stuff like that you might find. You think they love even better than you do. For all you know, the type of love that you think that you have, other people might see it as less than. Everybody's love is not the same, and everybody is not going to do the same like that, and everybody's not going to appreciate your love. And one thing you need to stop doing, you need to stop giving your love to people that don't appreciate it. If somebody's showing you every single shine and every single fact and they don't appreciate your love, that means you need to back up. That means you need to distance yourself. And a lot of times you can't blame that other person. Instead of being mad at that person, you need to be praying for that person. You need to be praying for that person that they learn how to love. And that God be able to come in their heart so that they can be able to love the same way that you do one day. These people out here are walking around heartbroken. They're walking around heartless. They don't even have no souls. They ain't nothing but shells. They're walking around soulless. They ain't nothing but an empty cavity. They look into the mirror and they don't see anything. They feel emptiness when they look inside that mirror. They feel emptiness when they look inside that mirror because they don't see anything other than themselves. They can't find themselves. The only thing they see is cracks in the mirror. From frustration. Because they're not getting what they're receiving. My fault, I had that backwards. They're not receiving what they're giving. And it causes pain for them. It causes a deep emotional turmoil and pain. But guess what, y'all? That's a pain that y'all gonna have to learn to live with, yo. People are not gonna love the same way that you do, but that don't mean you need to stop loving. That don't mean that you need to stop being the type of person that continues to give the type of care that you give. Never beat yourself up for that. The only thing you need to beat yourself up for is if somebody is clearly showing you that they don't appreciate your love and you continue to put yourself in that same spot. Then you ain't got nobody else to blame but yourself. But you don't never blame yourself for giving somebody your own love and stuff like that and them not doing right by the type of love that you give them. That love is a reward. Your love is a weapon. When you give people your love, it's a certain weapon, it's a certain type of kindness that they give off. It touches people's hearts. It changes their lives. And it puts people in a position where I never knew that there was somebody in my life that be able to love this way. This is what true love really is. Why don't I take this type of feeling that I get and go ahead and express it to somebody else? Your love should be contagious. And if your love is not contagious, then it's not real. If you give somebody what you think is your love, and your love is not bouncing off and having an effect on other people, and it's not touching people's hearts, then your love ain't real. Your love is fake. And you need to go somewhere and sit the fuck down with the fuck niggas in the goddamn L chairs that I be talking about in all my other videos. And trust and believe we got plenty of them. We'll sit all y'all the fuck down. Because we ain't got no room for no fake ass love in here. Kings are carried by their minds and their crowns, but they stand their ground and they're motivated by their heart. And if you cannot move people with your heart, then you're not a king. Distance yourself from people that don't appreciate you or your love. The world is full of so many people that need your love and need your kindness. And they're hurting. And you need to go be there for them. And when people are there in your life, and you see that they're trying to be there for you, and you see that they're trying to care for you, don't do anything you can do to push them away. Let them do what they have to do. Because they're trying to show you as something. They're trying to show you that the real love does exist out here. You don't have to believe it. You don't have to be content with it. But at the end of the day, you can still accept it. You still have the choice to accept that as a prize in your life. Don't push people away that is there for you. Trust and believe you're going to need somebody in this motherfucking life. If you ever think that you're going to be able to go through this life and that you ain't going to never need nobody, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, you got life all fucked up. And you need to swallow a red pill. You're going to need somebody. If you ain't going to need nobody, you're going to need God. You're going to need people. People are going to be there for you. Understand that you're going to have to be able to have somebody to be there for you. That's what God put them there for. They put them in that position to be able to help you. God sent angels down to be able to be there to lift you up when you're down. You're going to need that. If you push that away, then you're depriving yourself of your own blessings. And the last thing you need to do is deprive yourself of your own blessings. You want to live your life in abundance. The only thing you need is discernment. Discernment to be able to tell whether the love is real or not. And if you don't have the power to be able to discern that, then you're praying you ask God for it and He'll deliver it to you. You should know what real love is and what's not. Why? Because you give off real love. And when you sense that real love coming off of somebody else, you appreciate that. You got anybody that's there for you in your life right now that's there for you and has been in their back for you and making sacrifices to be there for you, the last thing you need to do is be mean to that person or do anything to run that person away or make that person feel uncared about. You make sure you express to that person how much they mean to you and how much you appreciate them. And if you don't, you a fuck nigga and you a fuck bitch. Make sure you express to them how much you appreciate their love. Why? Because it's rare out here to find. Real love out here is not something that's given off every day. You're not going to find it a lot. You make sure you appreciate people that's there for you. And when they're there for you, you let them do what they got to do. Why? Because you're going to need it. And don't you ever think that you ain't going to need it. It is a need. You're going to always need people to be there for you. But at the end of the day, the love should be a fucking want. Why? Because you should have enough love for yourself. Love yourself enough to not put yourself in situations where you're taking advantage of absorbing the energy of everybody around you. When you absorb all that negative energy becomes a part of you. And the only way you can deprive yourself of that negative energy is when you learn to separate yourself. And that's your problem. You love and you care so much that you can't separate yourself. You don't know how to ignore shit. You don't know how to let shit go. You have to be at war with everything. Because at the end of the day, that shit is locked onto your spirit. It's chained onto you. And you don't deserve to be chained like that. That's the devil's playground. To deprive you of your freedom. How dare you deprive yourself of your own freedom to be able to be happy. To be able to be sustained in your life. To be able to have peace. A lot of times, you blame other people around you for not being able to have peace. And a lot of the problem got shit to do with you. You can separate yourself. You can distance yourself. A lot of y'all should learn to be distant, but not cold. Be distant from people sometimes. You need to learn to be distant, but don't be so distant that you're fucking cold. Still make sure that you share your love. Still make sure that you let that person know they're cared about. Still make sure that you're relevant. Make sure that person is relevant in your life. It's not that hard to let motherfuckers know, look, I don't like everything that you do, and I don't like everything about you. And half the time we don't get along. So I'm gonna keep my space. But just know that everything is still good. I still love you the same. And if you ever need anything, I'm still here. It's not hard. It's not hard to be distant, but not cold. You can be warm from way over there. You need to separate yourself from negative energy. Why? Because misery loves company. It don't like to be alone. Loneliness needs something. You shouldn't have to be feeling lonely whenever you look in the mirror, not being able to see your own love throughout the motherfucking reflection. You shouldn't be lonely, not being able to get the same type of love that you feel from other people when you look in the mirror. You look in the mirror and you see other people, you don't see yourself. You see love that you need from somebody else, and that's not the shit that you need. You're putting your value in the wrong place. Your value shouldn't be in the love that you get from other people and the love that you get from yourself. Your value should be from the love that you have for yourself. You don't need nobody to complete you. You're complete by your damn self. You was born alone and you're gonna die alone. I don't care if you're married. The mirror effect. Pay attention to your reflection. The type of love that you give off is the type of love that you need. And once you start recognizing that and stuff like that, matter of fact, not the love that you need, the love that you desire. I'd rather put it that way. Because it shouldn't be a need. It should be a want. The type of love that you give off and stuff like that, 9 times out of 10 is the type of love that you desire. And when you finally are aware of that, and you finally become conscious of that, then you'll finally be in a position where you can accept the type of love and you can be able to have the type of discernment on what exactly is real love and what is not. You need to be able to learn the difference between what real love is and what is not. Real love is not rude. Real love is not mean. Real love is not gonna have your ass fucking toxic as hell, getting ready to fucking fight all the goddamn time, working your goddamn nerves to fuck up and shit like that. That's not love. Love is not going to have you in a position where you don't have peace. Love is not going to play petty games with you. It's not going to keep trying to stir up shit with you. Love is not going to keep a record of your wrongdoings. Love is not going to end. Love is not temporary. Keep temporary people out your life. Motherfuckers is in and out. They wishy-washy. They fuck with you today and they don't fuck with you tomorrow. Cut them motherfuckers off. You don't need to deal with them. They're not a reflection of who you are. Stop expecting other people to be a reflection of who you are. You're the only person that can be a reflection of who you are. And once you realize that, then you can love yourself. Continue to get the love that you give off. And don't stop giving love to people the way you do. Don't stop giving love to people the way that you do. People need that love. That love is going to change somebody's life one day. That shit going to touch somebody's heart one day. You're going to save somebody's life with the type of love and the kindness that you have one day. You don't stop being that kind of person. And you don't turn cold and you don't turn heartless simply because motherfuckers don't appreciate the love that you give off. If they don't appreciate your love, then fine. Fuck it. Move on to the next one. Move on to somebody that will appreciate your love and reward your love back with the same type of kindness. And until you learn to do that, you're going to continue suffering. Why? Because you don't know how to give your love to the right places in the right locations. You have nobody but yourself to blame for that. Why? Because you're caring too much. Don't be a fool now. If a motherfucker won't do the same shit for you that you will do for them, then you just stop doing it for them. And if they get pissed about it, oh the fuck well. Why the fuck do you care? They're not gonna do the same shit for you anyway. Them motherfuckers ain't got shit to offer you. You're not losing anything by them getting pissed and shit like that because, oh, you won't do the same shit for me that I'll do for you. What the fuck are you losing? You're not losing the goddamn thing. You're losing your fucking mind. That's what you're losing. Y'all stay concerned. Y'all stay tuned in to Kvng Talk, nigga. Y'all stay tuned in to Kvng Talk. So I can keep giving y'all more and more of this damn shit that I got going on out my fucking heart, yo. So I can change somebody's life. So I can speak something to somebody. You continue loving motherfuckers the same way that you do. And you don't switch up on the type of heart that you got. You make sure that you devote your love to the right places, where it's appreciated, and where it can be rewarded the same damn way. And you learn to love yourself. You love yourself in a way that nobody else can. You love yourself enough to the point where you don't have to have the need for somebody else to be able to love you on the same way in order for you to feel complete. And you pay attention to the way that the love that you give off. And you use that as a self-expression to be able to distinguish and have discernment on what real love is and what's not. You'll be able to spot fake love from a mile away if you do that shit, yo. You'll be able to spot it from a mile away.